Hello, everybody. Ex Bethelite 937-789-4029. Again, I think women get exploited in the organization. There was a sister that I was good friends with that came to visit family. So she came to, from another state to this state. Of course, I'm not going to mention her name, to visit family and stay with them for a couple of days. Everyone knew that me and her were friends, kind of grew up together, so like a brother sister type thing. And I started getting phone calls out of the blue from people I hadn't heard from in a really long time, guys that I have not heard from and so long. It's like, wow, where do we start as far as catching up? And I kid you not, each call, about 5 minutes into the call, we're not even half finished getting caught up. So how's your friend doing there? Next call. Man, I haven't heard from you in forever. So I hear your friend is in town. How is she doing? Every single time, I kid you not, like 5, 6 calls I get. And I think one of the things that were upsetting, not just that, I have people that are contacting me just for the quote unquote hookup, but the sister that they're referring to was in really good shape physically. Like she worked out a lot. Naturally very attractive. Just about all the women in her family were very attractive. She had extremely good genes, worked out a lot, very nice. Just a very nice person. Would never have a problem getting married outside of the organization. And some of the people that were calling me weren't taking care of themselves at all physically. They weren't exercising. Personality-wise, some of them were a little odd. Some of them were a little out there. Let's put it nicely. And some of them, weren't really set financially, or, they didn't have themselves together. The point is that they, in my opinion, were using the plight of sisters in the organization to take advantage of an opportunity to try to date a sister that probably, would not have dated them outside of the organization, not because of them not having X amount of money necessarily, but because they weren't really even taking care of themselves. So why would they be thinking about getting married, let alone getting married to someone who's doing everything that she's supposed to be doing as far as taking care of herself physically, and everything else, really. She had a good job. So you have people who were trying to take advantage of, okay, she is in an organization where there's more women than men. So I feel like she's going to have to consider me, even though I don't have myself together. I don't have my things together. I'm not working out. I'm not doing the things that I need to do to get married to anybody, let alone someone who is on top of their game. So it's okay. They don't have anybody else to really marry, so let me throw my bid in. And number two, they knew that she was here. I could have easily told them what congregation she was attending while she was here, and they could have gone and spoken to her themselves and asked for her phone number. So it's not bad enough that they're going to try to use the organization as kind of a crutch to get a sister to marry them prior to them doing what they need to do to make themselves appealing. But they're going to try to use me to get her number easily. Go and, build up the courage. Go and ask her for her number yourself. These are some of the things that you would have to do anyway, especially outside of the organization. Go up and talk to a woman, make conversation. Not, I'm going to go find someone that knows her and get her number from him because I'm a Jehovah's Witness. So if I ask for a sister's number, they have to then give me that number. And then once I get it, all I have to do is talk about the meetings and what the Watchtower was about, and bam, I have made conversation. And somehow I'm going to go from that to that is abusing your situation. And it's not that those brothers didn't have a title. They were ministerial servants, but they did not have themselves together, and they were trying to take advantage of the religion to get this girl's phone number and date somebody that I have a as nice as she was, I have a hard time believing that she's going to date somebody that's not really even taking care of themselves. So then I kind of look at that, and then I look around, and then I see this often where you see sisters that seem to have themselves together, in shape, and they're married to somebody. This is not in every case, but this is in definitely some cases. And then they're married to somebody. How am I getting lost? Then they're married to somebody who isn't taking care of themselves. I definitely saw plenty of that at Bethel. Oh my goodness. I saw plenty of that at Bethel. Not to mention that the only thing sisters can really do is knock on doors. I mean, when I would go to the Bethel, the meetings for Bethel at the assemblies, they would always say, we're not accepting single sisters, we're not accepting single sisters. So, in essence, you had sisters leaving. There was one sister in particular that I knew, and she was crying. She was super spiritual. She was crying as she left, because there really isn't anything for sisters to do other than knock on doors. You want to do anything else, you have to marry somebody that is doing that thing. And that's not fair for them to have to marry somebody they may not really be that attracted to. just in order to be a housekeeper at Bethel. Oh my goodness. So, I hear a lot of stories, and sometimes, to be honest, the sisters have it pretty bad. They have it pretty bad. I don't know how many people have called me. I mean, literally, I couldn't count on both hands how many people called me that married an elder and was getting beaten. And then you have to go to, oftentimes, that elder's friends, the brothers, the other elders in that congregation, and report that abuse. And probably more times than not, the elders would tell the sister to be more submissive. She's getting hit. She's getting physically abused, verbally abused. And the elders would tell the sister to be more submissive. And believe it or not, I kid you not, I've heard from multiple people that the elders told the woman to dress more provocatively at the home, dress more sexy at the home, and be more submissive. Because it's her fault, right? Because she's getting beaten up. It's her fault, right? So I could go on. I really could go on. But everybody's story is different. Some people, their situations are worse than others. But I have heard a lot of situations where sisters have got it really, really bad in that organization. I don't know how that organization keeps as many women as they do. Let me know what you think. 937-789-4029. If the women would leave that organization, the organization would be dead. And this is ex-Walk Hill Bethelite signing out.